Hello everyone, Ben the Pen Man here, and today there's a lot of big news in the Pokemon community, which just so happens to make up a lot of my content, so I thought I'd talk about it and, capitalize on search trends. We'll also be doing a watercolor and brush pen piece in the background. For those of you who don't know, this Wednesday, August 18th, we saw the first Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, and Legends Arceus trailers since their announcement back in February. Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl got a big blow up, and I'm hopeful they'll turn out to be great games. But the one that really caught my attention and excitement is Pokemon Legends Arceus. Before I get started on my painting, I want to take a little bit of a detour to the website so you guys can see this game. I won't show any trailers, but as you can see, this is a Pokemon game unlike anything we've seen before. The world is very detailed, and I think they're trying to give people a Breath of the Wild vibes. Set in an ancient Sinnoh region called the Hisui region, Pokemon Legends Arceus is a new kind of Pokemon game that embraces more action RPG-like elements. The character can sneak around Pokemon and even be attacked by the more ferocious ones. The game's premise is about creating its first Pokédex, and even the battle mechanics that haven't changed since the first Pokemon game have been revamped, including reordering when Pokemon can move, introducing strong style and agile style attacks. In this week's trailer, they even revealed that there's a crafting system and new Pokemon forms unique to this game. Now, to me, this game looks mind-blowingly good. I'm a huge fan of the Pokemon franchise, but I'm just as big of a fan of anything Zelda or Zelda-like. Games that have a lot of action and exploration have just captured my sense of wonder and imagination since I was small. Being able to solve puzzles and explore a vast world, battling enemies, has always been among the best experiences for me. And then you add the ability to capture Pokemon, train them up as unique friends and partners, combined with the ability to ride them over harsh landscapes like we see in the trailers, and this game might just be my favorite game of all time. Now, I do want to preface this by saying it might be my favorite game of all time. The game is a unique combination of my favorite genres of games. I'm sure there are plenty of people that prefer a more traditional Pokemon game, or a more traditional action-adventure game like Zelda, and people that like entirely different genres better than either of those. This game just seems perfectly tailored to me, and I couldn't be more excited. Still the same, it's no guarantee. It's entirely possible it turns out to be a mediocre, or even, knock on wood, a fairly bad game. So today, I just really wanted to talk about some of the things Game Freak needs to do for this to become my favorite game of all time. The first thing they need to do well to make sure this is my favorite game of all time is the story. If you haven't seen any of my videos yet, first off, thanks for watching. But also, you should know that I am a storyteller. I love making characters and telling stories about them, and most of the time, I prefer a good story to good mechanics in a game. Yes, I know Pokemon games generally have decent to poor stories most of the time, but this game really needs to nail it in order to be good. What I want for the story of this game is I want it to be long. I enjoy short and sweet experiences, but this game just seems like it's too big of a deal for something like that. Also, it has a $60 price tag on it, and I'm talking about the things they need to make this my favorite game of all time. So the story can't be short. This game has no gyms. Your only purpose, as far as the trailers have led me to believe, is to go out and see all of the Pokemon around the Hisui region and document them. They have shown off various side quests and things you can do around the village, but not much. Now, it's pretty obvious they have some kind of story planned. They keep hinting at how Arceus will be important to the story, and they showed off some angry Pokemon attacking you in the latest trailer, but that's kind of all we know. There need to be important inciting incidents, various stages throughout the game, with mini-climaxes, character development, and a final climactic encounter with Arceus, and a good way to resolve the conflicts. I would love to see Commander Silene, who looks like she might have some relation to Cyrus, be very suspicious during the game, only to reveal that Commander Kamado, who we have confirmed to be Professor Rowan's ancestor, was actually the villain the whole time. Some mystery and subverting expectations will always go the extra mile to make this game great. Then, we need a pretty solid post-game. The post-game isn't as important because, unlike in regular Pokemon games, this isn't meant to be a multiplayer experience. I doubt there will be online battles or anything like that. But if there's nothing to do at the end of the game, this game will die too quickly. As a single-player experience, I expect a lot more from this game's story than most other Pokemon games. This is probably my biggest need in making this game my favorite of all time. And my point number 2 is new Pokemon. Now, I actually made this painting a while back in April or May in fact. I've been saving the footage so I can make this video when a trailer comes out, but I had a bare idea of a script and the 5 points I wanted before this last trailer came out, and this point has in fact been confirmed in the latest trailer. Though we did have an idea it was true from some leaks that came out before the reveal trailer back in February. New Pokemon and new forms do a lot to make this game unique. They weren't necessary to make this a good game, but they are necessary to make this my favorite game of all time. To this day, the only Pokemon announcement that's excited me more than the reveal of Legends Arceus is the reveal of Alolan form Pokemon back when Sun and Moon were being announced and revealed. That announcement was, in my opinion, the best added feature to any Pokemon game since Shinies in Gen 2, and it was a lot more creative. And yes, I do believe that it is better of an addition than Mega Evolutions. New Pokemon and forms really make the Pokemon world more wondrous and dynamic in a way that really breathes life into it. Bascule Legion, the evolution for Basculin, that apparently takes the powers of the spirits of Basculin that died on their journey upstream, it's really crazy looking, and one of the most metal Pokemon description I've heard in a Pokemon trailer. I mean, I've read the Pokedex, but those don't get read aloud in trailers. Just seeing it gives the region so much more character, and I can't wait to see what else they add. I really want to see Hisuian Growlithe evolve. I love that good boy. And my third point is dungeons. Dungeons are the things on this list I'm least hopeful that we'll see. We've seen a lot of the overworld and it looks beautiful with a lot of cool places to explore, but so far in terms of dungeons, we haven't seen anything that suggests they're in the game. Now, when I say dungeons, you probably think I'm talking about Zelda-style dungeons in Pokemon form. And while I would love that, dungeons aren't actually something completely foreign to the Pokemon series. In fact, Red and Blue, the first Pokemon games, every single legendary Pokemon was hidden in a difficult-to-navigate cave or building. Seriously, if you don't believe me that Pokemon has tough dungeons and puzzles, go get the Reggies in the original Ruby, Sapphire, or Emerald games. I hope you know Braille. In all seriousness, though, there are no gyms or Pokemon League in this game. We saw some boss-looking Pokemon in the trailer, but there need to be puzzle-solving elements and some kinds of dungeons. They could be ancient temples or just caves or forests, but we need something to explore. The lack of explorable areas was actually one of the biggest problems with Sword and Shield. The wild area was fairly easy to navigate, and the routes were almost all linear. I'm really hoping they learned from that and put as much into Legends as they can. Unfortunately, seeing the boss Pokemon in the overworld has lowered my expectations of seeing dungeons in this game. This is probably the one I expect to see the least. Still the same, it's an important part of being the best game it can, and I'm still holding out hope that we might see some in Legends Arceus. And the fourth point is about Pokemon Home and Shinies. Now we've seen in the last trailer that Legends Arceus will be compatible with Pokemon Home. That means that Pokemon compatible with Legends Arceus will be able to be transferred into the game through Pokemon Home, and Pokemon from Legends Arceus will be able to transfer into Pokemon Home. That's not exactly what this point is about, though. I want the new forms from Legends Arceus to be compatible elsewhere. Making them compatible with Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl would be an awesome way to make those games more dynamic and feel more than just a reskin of the old games. If they want those to stay as simple Gen 4 remasters, make the forms compatible with Sword and Shield. I know not all of older Pokemon are in Sword and Shield. Trust me, Totodile, my favorite Pokemon, is not in Sword and Shield. But I feel like in order for this home integration to be useful, we should probably see the new forms and evolutions be compatible elsewhere. Along those lines, I'd also like to see shinies and new shiny hunting methods in this game. Besides the obvious reasons that I'd like to see the shiny forms of the new evolutions, I also would like to see new ways to hunt shinies. New methods always help keep the monotony of shiny hunting alive. I paired these two up in my original plan because we didn't have Pokemon home compatibility confirmed before this week, and catching a shiny in game where you can't transfer it out would not feel as good since it could never leave and go with you as more games are released. And my final point for this game is sequels. This point goes well beyond wanting this game to be good, but for it to spark off a series of sequels that take this game's style and apply it elsewhere in the Pokemon world. If Legends Arceus turns out to be the game I'm hoping it will, this formula needs to be taken beyond just Sinnoh. The thing a lot of people look past with Pokemon is that it actually has a lot of lore, legends about the legendary Pokemon and their origins, and even stories about the past that most people just don't know or think about because it's just a game for kids, right? Well, there are so many games they can make about the stories and legends they've told about their games. Since Unova is the next in line, a story about the original dragon that eventually split into Reshiram, Zekrom, and Kyurem comes to mind. The story of the 3 Pokemon that were killed in the Burning Tower and resurrected by Ho-Oh as the legendary beasts could also be explored. We could see Regigigas make Regirock, Regice, and Registeel. We could witness the war that drove AZ to make his ultimate weapon, or even the war that Lieutenant Surge fought in, if they're not the same war. But that's a theory for another time. A game theory! Sorry. I guess the point I'm trying to make is that if they leave Legends Arceus as it is, without sequels in other regions, it will forever be an eternal monument to what could have been. That would be a bit depressing. But if it becomes the beginning of something amazing, like an entire Legends series, it could be remembered as the spark that started off one of the best things to happen to the Pokemon franchise. And, well, that's it for the video. I really hope you enjoyed. It's been a long time coming. I've just been waiting for this next trailer to drop so I can make this. I'm really excited about this game, and I hope you guys are too. If you want more Pokemon content, I'm currently doing a Pokemon Emerald Extreme Randomizer Nuzlocke on my channel. I've been having a bit of a rough time of it, but I've got a pretty good team now, so hopefully we're gonna start for real on this one. Anyway, thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. If you liked it, please like and subscribe for more. It really helps out any channel, but especially one as small as mine. And I'm planning on keeping this content going. That's all for I have today, so again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.